Hi, this is Roguelite Rider, and this is the installation of the Custom Dynamics low profile sequential turn signals. These are in addition to my regular taillights, but they'll add the sequential turn signals under my saddlebag lid on each side, which will aid in increasing the amount of light output from the rear of the bike to make me easier to see at night. So let's get to it. Now this is the stock configuration of the lights without any extra stuff. Just the Custom Dynamics LED tail lights turn signals. Of course, the one side, the other side, of course, the four-way flashers. Now, we're going to install the Custom Dynamics Pro Beam sequential turn signals onto the saddlebags, and you'll see what a big difference that makes in the visibility to the rear. Now, the Custom Dynamics instructions tell you to measure it and clean it while on the bike. Well, it's easier for me to bring it inside and put it in here. So the first thing I do, of course, they give you a pad in a little package of alcohol to clean the saddlebag. But hey, I'm inside. I got my little bottle of alcohol, cotton ball, and I can clean it a lot easier in here. See, I set it up like this, and I can get it done. Now, I get the light, and I'm going to look at it like this, and it looks good like that. Now, the advantage of this is I can try to balance it and everything else, but hey, I can actually lean this down, lay it on the table, and you can see it like this. Just as easy. And I can get to it a lot easier here than I can sitting on the bike. See how much easier that is? I can actually see right down the saddlebag to get it on. So, being 3M, I'm going to activate the sticky part by rubbing my fingernail across it before I pull it off. And then once I am gone all over the whole thing, I can lean down and I can see it real easy. And I get up here, I can pull the little tabs off, little sticky part. Let's see if I can get this on there. I don't have a lot of fingernails, so it's not like some people have fingernails like crazy. I can see it coming off. I just love this like this. Hang on a second. I'm going to get this sticky out here and then I'll bring it right back. There, I've got them started. I didn't pull them all the way off because I want to make sure I got plenty of room to get them on there. So what I do is I want to make sure it's really, really good. I get up here and I get them centered about a little bit down below the lid, and I get them started. Once I got them started, I can raise the lid up, hold it in place, pull the first tab off. Now, I get it like this. There that is now. Let me pull the tab out of the first one off. And I'm going to make sure it's on there, stuck real good. I press it. Now I get the other one. Got the other one here. Close my lid back real good. So lid's closed, yeah. No, lid's not closed. Set it up and close my lid. Make sure my lid's all closed up real good. Yeah, my lid's all closed real good. Oh, well, you want to see there. Let me get over here so you can see it. Make sure I'll rid the tab out here so I can get to it. Because it's tight on there. There it is out there. I close my lid. It's real good. It goes with the back. Yeah, and I pull this off. I'll make sure it's coming off. There it is off. Close my lid again. Make sure it's closed. And then I press it on to make sure it's nice and tight on it. Now, one of the advantages of doing the inside versus outside is the instructions say it should be 60 degrees or higher for the 3M tape to work better. Well, I'm not sure if the Custom Dynamics say that, but I know 3M tape says it. So I'm inside. Of course, it's nice outside. It's like 60 something degrees outside right now. But I want to make sure my saddlebag is nice and warm, so it sticks on real good. And it appears to be on there now, real good. Now, one thing about it, the lights are tapered. So if you try to put this on the wrong side, they don't go on good. So, and if you try to put it on this way, that means your wire's out here on the outside, so it's kind of obvious. Now, they say you get the wiring marked, color-coded, what color to make it, so it works. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put the other side on, the other saddlebag, and then we're going to go out in the garage and install the harness. So, I'll be right back. Now, as you can see, the instructions come with an additional set of instructions. This is the instructions to how to install the module. You pull the module out and it's got this extra wire on there. Well, what's this? Well, this explains it right here. This is the instructions in case you're going to, either you have the brake strobe module already installed on your bike, or you're going to install the brake strobe module in addition to the sequential turn signals. This way you can have the sequential turn signals also strobe with the same pattern that's on your brake lights. Now, I'm not going to install the brake strobe. I want my brake lights to light up nice and bright, solid, and of course the turn signals will be sequential, and that way also when I put my brakes on, they'll actually strobe out on both sides, which will make it nice. Now we're going to take the seat off and get ready to do the rest of it. Now, I've removed the seat. Now, let me tell you that the Custom Dynamics instructions tell you to disconnect the negative terminal of the battery for safety reasons. They have to do that for legal reasons. Also, it tells you to wear safety glasses. And there's other safety measures that they list in the instructions to do. So now, I'm not a professional. This is just me doing this to mine. I'm doing this for demonstration purposes only. If you do not disconnect the negative terminal of the battery, or you do not wear safety glasses, or follow other safety instructions in the Custom Dynamic instructions, that is, you do so at your own risk. So now, what also I have here is I have the wiring plug for the Turpac lights, and I'm going to disconnect that from there because the sequential turn signals are going to go before I get to that. Oh no, that's right, I want my turn signals to... Now see, I want my turn signals in my... Now, if I do it this way and connect it in here, this is the one going to the fender. If I do it this way, my lights on my Turpac and my lights in the other will just act normal, which is what I want. I just want them to turn on and turn off just like regular. I just want the sequential parts I just want on the fender. And that's where this comes in. Now there's the extra wire. I'm just going to cable tie that up so it's out of the way because I'm not going to put that in there. So this is what it's installed into. Now this is the plug. It comes in the main wiring harness. And this is the plug that goes to the rear fender. So we're going to plug these in there. And of course then the other wires come off this to go into the sequential turn signals. Now it tells you the instructions, the violet and the other color. I have to read the instructions what the other color is, which side is which. There are the instructions and they tell you where to go. Now I'm just going to plug in the wiring harness, get it set up, and then we'll worry about setting the wiring on the saddlebags. And I'll be right back. Now I've got the wiring connected. It's got the lines that come out for each side. I've already tested them. It tells you to test them, make sure they're on the right side. They are, of course. I've got a cable tied up, nice and tight. Now this is that wire that is for the that brake strobe module. I'm not going to use it. I just cable tied it up out of the way. Now, the wiring that comes from the light actually has a small extra length on it, connector here. If you want to try to stretch it to get it up here, I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not, because I just make sure I got plenty of room in there, and I'll probably use heat shrink tubing on this to seal it up, because I'm doubting I'm going to do that. But I'll have this set up so they can go connect to this, and I'll just push it under the seat, because the only time I need to take it off is when I remove the saddlebag. So, and that's only when I'm going to wash the bike or something like this. I can always pull it out beneath the seat and disconnect it. So the extra wiring is not going to be a problem. Now I'm going to go ahead and take these off and run the wiring according to the... I'm going to look at the instructions, see what they say about it, but I'm going to run it the way I like it. And I have plenty of wiring on the other side so they can come out here. It'll go into the seat right here, so it's not going to be visible as much. It'll come out in this area here. So I'll show you when I get done how it looks. Well, I did the wires up. Now I didn't do exactly as the instructions say to say, because they have it coming down and going across here, and they come up right here and everything. And I actually put it up against the bike, and I actually was able to connect it up and take the extension off. It actually fits. Now, you can see on the instructions, they say to put them down across and end up right here. Well, I didn't like that. So what I did is I actually put it up against the bike. This is where we go. I tied it down. I actually probably could have put this a little taller, because there is room under the mount. This is where the satellite bolts on. So we're going to put it on now and see how it fits and how it goes on and how the wiring connects up. Now I've only got one mount holding it in there. See, the saddlebag is still pretty loose, but I did see here the wire is coming up, and here the is connecting there. And basically I use some wiring sealer, and I'll plug it in, and it'll be out of the way. And after about, you won't hardly ever see it. So let me get it finished hooked up. Of course, this is the passenger strap that I got disconnected while I have the other saddlebag off. I'm going to go and wire up the other saddlebag, and we'll plug it in and see how it does. Now, this side was a little bit different because the saddlebag line was coming to this side was not long enough. So I used the extension, tied it up. I have it coming here, and it's going to actually tie in just like this one is right here. That's right there. This will actually tie in the exact same way. And I'll just shove in the extra up there underneath the seat. And now, and of course, on each one of the connections, I'm using some dielectric grease on each one of the connections. It'll help keep the connections clean. Now I'm going to replace the seat, and I'll show you what the saddlebags look like with the wires plugged in with the seat on. I've got to get this connected back up, the patch street strap, when I put the seat back on, or else I'd show you as I do it. It'll take a little time, so let me get it on there. Now, the sequential turn signals are installed. I'm going to turn on and let you see how it looks. Of course, there's a brake lights are real bright now. Of course. Let me cover this up. Makes you see it a little easier. Alright, because that turn signal is really bright. Okay, I'll turn the others on. Let's see, get over here. Good. Okay, that's what happens when the lights are not done up right. Of course, it really does make the whole thing brighter, really. Because I put the four-way flashes on, that's really bright. But these right here are really nice. They really light up the back end. They add more light, because the more light I got, the better I'm going to like it. I'll try to get a different angle so that you can see it just a little bit better. Let me over here and turn the four-ways back on. You can see with the original turn signals not right at the lens, you can see how much better it is. So I'm real happy with this. So, turn the four-ways off. And I'll turn the lights back on so you can see me and what's going on. So, I do that, I got the lights aren't right on you. So, that's how installing the sequential turn signals are. And if you look at the tops, you can see that the connections are really hidden. They're not bad. They don't cause any problems. Come over here. Look at this. Well, you can see the connections are well done down at the bottom. So it turns out pretty good. And they hide pretty good. So, this is Road Guy Rider saying, if you like this, please hit the thumbs up, the like button. And if you want to see more, just stay tuned to me. I don't have a channel. It's just me. I've got the tall boy handlebars coming. Going to be installing the tall boy handlebars. And also, I've got the thing I'm going to use to put my satellite radio up here. And what it does is it enables the 3.5 millimeter jack that you can have it come into the pocket here, or I'm going to have it come out here and go up here to the handlebars. So, like this, subscribe if you want to see more. Share this if you see somebody that wants to see how I put the sequential turn signals on. And I'll see you on the road. Ride safe.